Alright, I'm going to show you how to install these pre-wired LEDs into your GameCube controller port if you bought the DIY kit. And first I'm going to say just watch this whole video through before you do it, and then watch it again while you do it. That's the best way, just to make sure. Don't just start right away. But I'm going to get into it first. You're going to want like a screwdriver or a tool that's really kind of small and stiff, because if you see the controller ports, and if the battery will always face up, that's how you know it's the right direction, because it's the same on both sides. There's little tabs. You want the battery to face up, then you want to look and you see those metal tabs in the middle. You're going to want to stick your tool in there, so it needs to be small enough to fit. Then you're just going to push, just like that. Oh, that's stuck, that's fine. And then over on this side, you will see that tab, it's up. It's not all the way, so I'm going to go and do it all the way. Just go under there again and try to find it, and push it up. Alright, and as you can see now, the tab, here, I'll move this light over. This tab is now up, and I'm going to straighten it out the best I can. Or not really straighten it, but just push it back. Alright. And then you open it up all the way, and it's probably fine to keep it like that, because the LED, it will fit in just like this. If you want to, you don't have to, you probably shouldn't. You can just cut this off too if you want. Just snip that little clip off. But you should probably keep it, because the LED, it's going to fit in like this. It'll be glued in right here. Just hot glue it. And I'm going to say, with all these, you want to make sure you aim them all the same way. So you want to put them all in even. So it's hard with how my camera is, but you want to make sure they're all in the same spot, sitting straight. Or if you angle them like this, you want to make sure they're all angled like that. You want to either, make sure they're all the same, because the light will shine down the port and it will be brighter in certain spots, so it will look nicer if they're all in the same direction. Otherwise the light will be brighter here, and then this one will be brighter here, so it'll just look weird. So aim them all even, or if you're going to angle it, angle all of them. And then the next part is, if you look on the LED itself, for this this specific one, the black and white, the black is ground, the white is power. So in the bag with the instructions, I will put on there what is ground and what is power, because if I run out of wire, I might use a different color. But so refer to the guide or the instructions in the packet, but usually it's black, and then the other color is usually power. Black is usually ground if I have black. And then on the board, with the battery facing up, and on the back side, you see all these dots. The first one on the top, right here, that is the ground. So this is ground. And then the second one, that's nothing. Then the third one is power. Alright? So remember, ground, blank, power. Same with here. The top one, the top little one, that's ground, then blank, and then power. Same with here. So to install this LED, black is ground, white is power. So you'd want to put the black, the wire on there. You want to grab your soldering gun. It's going to be loud because I'm going to turn my fan on. But you want to take the ground, put it on that, and just hold this and heat it up. It's hard to see for me, so I kind of burnt the plastic, but as you can see, It's soldered on there. You kind of want to tug on it. It's not coming off. Don't tug hard, but you know. And then you want to do the same for this one. Just go. Put it on the edge one, the third one. Oops, it's hard for me to see. I'll just do it like this real quick. Just you want to push on the wire and the metal pin at the same time that's connected to the thing. You want to touch both of them at the same time. And you shouldn't have to add any extra solder or anything. There should be enough solder on there. And see, it's just sticking right on there. If it will focus, you can see it's the ground and then that one. And then from this point, you pretty much just take the light, you curve it over. You stick it in like this, how you want it aimed, just like that, through that little hole that you created. So if you look right up through the middle, you'll see the LED sticking through. Well, you won't see it sticking through, but you'll see it. Just like this, oops, just like this, and then just hot glue it. Boom, hot glue on the sides. Try not to put hot glue through the hole or on the top of the LED, or like under it. I mean, you can put it on top, but just try to get like the sides and the top, just glue it in and boom, you're done. Do that same thing with every single one. You hook them up in the same spot. I'll put a diagram in the bag so you'll have that to look at of where to put the wires. But boom, you just hook them all up like that, and then you put it all back together and you're good to go. Alright, and to install the top power LED right here, which is, it should be curved a little bit. If you notice on it, one side, one pole is longer than the other. The longer one is positive. And if you look at the back of the controller port, you see the battery right here. The part closest to the battery is the positive. So this circle, the first one is positive, this one is negative. So to get rid of that, to take off this battery, it's actually really easy. You don't need to desolder anything. Like with wick, you just use the iron, and then it's pretty easy. So you just go like this, heat up both of the sides. Here, I have to turn it around. Heat up both of these, and then just grab the LED. Well, I like to straighten it out first, so push it, straighten it out, and hold on to it while you're heating up these pads, and just kind of jiggle it out. Boom, see that? Came out super easy. Then you're gonna want to take, well, okay, first I'm going to say the reason why I tell you to jiggle it out and don't desolder with desoldering braid or a desoldering pump. I have, like, you know, a desoldering pump and all that. It's because the solder will stay in the joint, so it will be easier for you to install the next LED. So it'll go in this way, because the longer end will go in this one. So you just want to take it, heat up your solder, stick these through, you know, kind of get it started on this side, longer one, and then the littler one. Get it started. You see how it started, but it's not through because of the solder. Just heat up that solder, push it through, and you're good to go. I know it's hard to see because of the camera, but there you go. I push it in too far. So as you can see, you don't want to push it in all the way. You want to push it into about where the bend is that I made. And then to seal it, because it'll be wiggly, you just want to hold this on the on the leg and the solder pad. And if you have solder, add solder. Like, it's best to add it, but this is how you can do it, you know, just at home with no flux, no solder. And boom, look at that. It's not wiggly anymore. It's nice and solid. We didn't use any solder. We didn't use any flux. And now you just hook this back up, plug it back in, and then you'll have this LED changed, and then you'll have all your LEDs hooked up, and it will be perfect. So if you have any other questions, just ask me on like Etsy, Mercari, wherever you bought it from, and I will help you. But that's pretty much how you do it. Thank you for buying, and I hope it was easy for you to install.